God abeg, only me, 3 girlfriend. How I wan survive this Valentine?
In Lagos, there's a special kind of fear that enters men's bodies once February approaches. Not fear of traffic, not even fear of rent. The real fear is Valentine's Day, especially when you are broke and emotionally overbooked. This was the exact situation of Femi, a tech bro by profession, but a hustler by survival. Femi was a guy living in a shared apartment in Yaba. You know the type. Wears thick glasses, carries a backpack everywhere, and is always shouting, "My developer is giving me headache." In reality, Femi's bank account was reading insufficient funds. On Instagram, however, he was a senior advocate of flexing. You would think he is the secret son of a billionaire. Clean pictures, nice fits, good angles, soft captions. Nobody could tell his bank account was surviving on prayer and Google Sheets. Every year, once January ends, Femi's blood pressure starts rising. Not because of love, not because of romance, but because of billing. Why? Because Femi, in his infinite wisdom, had three potential Valentines. First is Simei, the serious girlfriend. She has been dating him for 4 years. She spoke about marriage casually but meant it seriously. Then Debbie, the soft life babe. Aesthetic, Instagram stories, restaurants, brunches, and subtle billing. And finally, there was Precious, the luxury babe who lives exorbitant lifestyle. Her love language was receipts, transfers, and "babe, spoil me." Funny enough, all three of them thought they were the main chick. By the first week of February, Femi's heart rate had officially entered cardio mode. Every conversation with any of the girls now somehow led to Valentine's Day. Simei was talking about how she wanted something intimate and meaningful. She mentioned dinner at a classy restaurant on the island, soft music, candles, and deep conversations about the future. Debbie was sending screenshots of bone-straight wigs and Valentine nail sets, casually saying, "Just inspo sha." Precious, on her own, did not even waste time pretending. She simply said, "I don't want flowers this year. I want a money bouquet this year. I'm tired of small love." Femi read the messages and stared at his ceiling fan like it owed him money. Bone straight hair, money bouquet, fine dining, hotel, gifts. He opened his banking app and saw 57,842 naira 17 kobo. And he had 3 girlfriends. His soul left his body briefly. What made it worse was that Femi knew how this movie always ended. After all the stress, after all the expenses, the reward for him was usually one thing: a pack of singlets and 2 boxers inside a gift box. Sometimes perfume if God is merciful, but mostly singlets. Always singlets. So he decided Valentine must be avoided. One evening, Femi met his boys at a lounge in Surulere, the kind with dim lights and loud Afrobeats. They were sitting outside, sipping drinks and gisting about life and women as usual. One of them, Collins, looked at Femi and said, "Guy, how you wan handle your girls for Val?" Femi shook his head. "Relax, I get arrangement." "What arrangement?" Collins asked. Femi smiled slowly. "You'll see." In his mind, he already had a plan. Not a good plan, but a survival plan. The first step was to reduce workload. Simei, the serious girlfriend, had to go. Not permanently, just temporarily. He wasn't ready to settle down, and more importantly, he wasn't ready for marriage conversations. So, 3 days before Valentine, he started acting strange. When Simei sent, "Good morning, babe, hope you slept well," with love emoji, he replied with just "morning." No heart, no babe, no energy. When she asked, "Are you okay?" he replied, "You are always asking that. Don't you trust me?" That was when confusion entered the chat. Simei tried to laugh it off at first, but Femi continued. He accused her of being too clingy, too serious, too expectant, too emotional. He said she stressed him. He said he needed space. He said relationships shouldn't feel like pressure. By evening, Simei was crying. By night, she was angry. By the next morning, she had blocked him. Femi stared at his phone and sighed in relief. One Valentine billing successfully cancelled. Now, he had 2 left, Debbie and Precious. With them, he couldn't fight. They weren't emotional types. Fighting wouldn't work. So he chose a different strategy. He lied. He told Debbie that his company had an emergency tech conference he had to attend outside Lagos. He made it sound serious, corporate, important. She sighed. On Val, he said, "I know, I'm sorry, babe. I'll make it up to you." Then he told Precious the same story. Emergency work trip, unavoidable, career-defining moment. She replied, "As long as you send something, Sha." "No problem," he said confidently, even though his bank account was already shaking. On Val's eve, Femi went online and found a vendor advertising Valentine packages. Chocolate, customized cake, teddy bear, balloons, and a love note, all neatly wrapped and delivered to your babe's doorstep. It was exactly what he needed. Minimal effort, maximum illusion. He ordered 2 packages, one for Debbie and one for Precious. He sent their names to be written on the cakes and love notes. "Happy Valentine, Debbie, my love. Happy Valentine, Precious, my heartbeat." He smiled to himself. This was perfect. They would receive their packages, feel loved, and he would survive February without physical stress. The D-Day finally came. While other men were waking up to trumpet players and debit alerts, Femi woke up feeling like James Bond. He was hiding in his friend Emeka's BQ in Lekki. No restaurant reservations, no hotel bookings, no stress, just vibes. He had bought 2 bottles of cold beer, 1 large suya, and FIFA 24 on the PS5. He was free until his phone rang. It was Debbie. "Babe, is this cake for me?" "Yes now," Femi said confidently. "Why does it say Happy Val, darling, Precious?" Debbie asked. His heart skipped. "What?" She sent a picture. It was Precious's package. At the same time, another call came in. "Precious, why does my cake say Happy Valentine, Debbie, my love?" Femi's soul left his body fully this time. He opened WhatsApp. Both girls had sent pictures. Both had received each other's packages. The chocolate, the cake, the love notes, everything had been exchanged like wrong airport luggage. Femi froze. Then both of them started calling again. He picked Debbie first. "Who is Precious?" she asked immediately. Femi swallowed. "That's my cousin." "Your cousin?" she repeated. "So you wrote your cousin a Valentine love note?" Not exactly cousin, more like niece." "Niece?" Before he could finish explaining, Precious's call was coming in aggressively. He dropped Debbie's call and picked Precious's. "Who is Debbie?" Precious demanded. "That's my sister." She laughed. "Your sister that you wrote my heartbeat to?" Femi's brain stopped working. But there was no explanation that could save him. Because how do you explain sending romantic Valentine packages to your cousin, your niece, and your sister all in one day? So he did the only thing his spirit suggested. He blamed network. "Hello? Hello? I can't hear you." Then he dropped the calls and switched off his phone. Any reasonable man will stay home and hide under his bed at that point. But not Femi. Femi said, life goes on, nothing spoil. And as fate would have it, he had recently met a new girl named Kiki at a tech conference he attended. She was pretty, friendly, and didn't know anything about his complicated emotional portfolio. They had been chatting casually, and that evening she invited him out for drinks. Femi agreed. After all, what else could go wrong? They met at a restaurant in Lekki. Low lights, soft music, nice ambience. Femi was finally relaxing. He ordered drinks, he laughed, he flirted. He almost forgot about Valentine until he heard a voice behind him. Femi. He turned. It was Simei, the one he fought 3 days ago. Beside her stood 2 other women, Debbie, Precious. His knees weakened. Apparently, after discovering they were both dating the same man, Debbie and Precious had dug through social media and somehow found Simei, who already hated Femi passionately. The 3 of them, now emotionally united by betrayal, had decided to meet and confront him. And they had found him on Val's Day, on a date with a new girl. Simei folded her arms. So this is the space you wanted. Precious smiled slowly. So this is the work trip. Kiki looked confused. Who are these women? Before Femi could speak, Debbie said, "He's our boyfriend." Simei corrected her. Was. Precious added, "Serial offender." Kiki stood up immediately. "Excuse me." Simei pointed at Femi. "This man fought me to avoid Valentine." Debbie added, "He lied about traveling." Precious continued, "And sent love notes to 2 women and mixed our packages." Kiki turned to him. "Is this true?" Femi opened his mouth. Nothing came out. She picked up her bag. "God bless you," she said, "but God will not use you." And she left. The restaurant was silent. They all left him there, alone on Valentine's Day with 0 girlfriend. That night, Femi returned home with no relationship, no singlets, no boxers, just regret.
My people, did you see that? Femi's strategy eventually left him without a girlfriend. To the men watching, what's the most creative lie you've ever told to survive February 14th? And to the ladies, have you ever given a Nigerian man the legendary singlet and boxers? What was their reaction? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with all your friends who are currently sweating about vows. And for more hilarious tales, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay safe, stay laughing, and may your vows be filled with more love than palaver.